Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dinar Daily, the channel where we bring you the latest and clearest updates on Iraq's currency, economic moves, and the global financial shifts that could rewrite history. Today's report might just be one of the biggest we've ever covered, because word is spreading fast about a quiet directive allegedly connected to former US President Donald Trump. It suggests Iraq's currency could soon move within 5% parity of the US dollar. If true, this would be a game-changing moment for the Iraqi Dinar, one that could redefine Iraq's financial future and shake up the international markets. So make sure you stick with me all the way through this one, because what's unfolding could alter how we view global value itself. Over the past few months, insiders have been whispering about unusual coordination between US and Iraqi financial networks. The phrase within 5% parity keeps surfacing in private meetings and behind-the-scenes banking discussions. To put that in plain English, it means Iraq's currency could soon be pegged very close to $1, potentially hovering between 4.75 and 5.25 per dinar. That kind of shift would instantly place Iraq back on the world stage with a strong and competitive currency. For years, experts have said Iraq's economy has been dramatically undervalued. Despite its immense oil wealth, gold reserves, and growing trade capacity, the dinar has remained artificially low. But now, with talk of parity and new financial structures emerging, it looks like Iraq may finally be receiving the recognition its economy deserves. And if that recognition takes the form of a new valuation, we're talking about a complete economic rebranding, one decades in the making. Let's unpack what within 5% parity actually means. This isn't a casual figure or rumor. It's a term the International Monetary Fund uses when a country moves into a managed exchange rate band. In simple terms, the central bank allows its currency to fluctuate slightly above or below a specific target, keeping stability while giving markets room to adjust naturally. If Iraq adopts this model, it could effectively stabilize its currency near $1, a level that encourages trade, investment, and trust among global partners. This would mark a massive milestone for Iraq's recovery. After years of war, sanctions, and rebuilding, the idea that the dinar could finally hold its own alongside the world's strongest currencies is nothing short of historic. But this didn't happen overnight. Iraq's central bank has been preparing for this for years. Behind the scenes, Iraq has been modernizing at lightning speed. The Central Bank of Iraq has connected to the global SWIFT network, upgraded digital payment infrastructure, and formed strategic partnerships with US giants like JP Morgan and Citibank. These moves were not symbolic. They were necessary groundwork. Iraq also began eliminating old, oversized banknotes, launching anti-corruption reforms, and tightening compliance to international standards. Each of these steps was essential to create transparency and build confidence before any kind of currency revaluation could take place. But what really has people talking are reports that US officials have been quietly visiting Baghdad, engaging directly with Prime Minister al-Sudani and Central Bank Governor al-Alaq. These meetings reportedly focused on stabilizing dollar flows, refining currency management, and preparing Iraq for trade settlements in non-cash, digital formats. When you line up these events with the alleged Trump-linked directive, it begins to look like more than coincidence. It looks like coordination. So why is Trump's name connected to all this? Analysts remind us that Trump has long advocated for stronger national currencies, fair trade, and less dependence on debt-driven global systems. During his presidency, he often pushed for energy independence and strategic alliances instead of endless foreign interventions. Iraq, rich in natural resources and strategically located, fits perfectly into that economic vision. If Iraq's dinar stabilizes near the dollar, it strengthens trade reliability and supports U.S. market dominance while securing fair value for Iraq's exports. If this directive is real, even if it originated during Trump's administration, and continued quietly after, could trigger a domino effect across global markets. Some analysts say Iraq's revaluation could inspire similar adjustments in countries like Vietnam and Indonesia, whose currencies are also viewed as undervalued. This larger concept is often called the global currency reset, a realignment where emerging economies finally see their currencies reflect their true productivity and resources. And right now, Iraq looks ready. The country's economic fundamentals are stronger than they've been in 20 years. Oil output is stable near 5 million barrels a day. Foreign reserves exceed $110 billion, inflation is low, and budget gaps are narrowing. Those are all signals of a nation ready to launch a new financial era. Add in a finalized legislative framework for currency reform, and you can see that Iraq's leadership isn't just talking change, they're building it. Meanwhile, major U.S. banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, and HSBC have reportedly seen placeholder Dinar rates in the 475 to 525 range show up in internal systems. These numbers aren't public yet, but banks rarely load live rates unless a change is close. Even if these are tests, they confirm one key fact: the system is ready for activation. That's not speculation. That's preparation. If this revaluation hits, the implications are staggering. Imagine 100,000 dinar, currently worth around $80, could suddenly equal nearly $500,000. Those kinds of shifts could create massive new wealth, but they could also create chaos if handled recklessly. Experts urge caution and preparation rather than hype, reminding everyone that sudden wealth always comes with responsibility and tax implications. Zooming out, Iraq's progress fits into a much larger 2025 global modernization timeline. Around the world, central banks are experimenting with digital currencies, gold-backed systems, and cross-border payment upgrades. Iraq aligning its currency near the dollar would plug it directly into this emerging financial framework, giving it credibility, liquidity, and long-term stability. Still, currency transitions like this don't happen overnight. They require coordination between governments, banks, and international agencies. Even if the 5% parity directive is confirmed, execution could take weeks or months while systems sync up and settlements clear. That's why experts keep emphasizing one word: patience. Interestingly, Iraq's government has become more transparent lately. Officials have gone on national TV confirming that currency reform is in its final stages and that the new rate will reflect the true value of Iraq's economy. Combine that with recent Western partnerships, and you get something we've rarely seen before: political will and technical readiness aligning perfectly. For ordinary Iraqis, this could mean the dawn of a new era. A stronger dinar would raise purchasing power, stabilize prices, and increase faith in the national banking system. For international businesses, it signals a more predictable trade environment in one of the most resource-rich regions on Earth. For investors, it opens a door to one of the last major frontier markets in modern finance. Critics still warn that hype can be dangerous. They remind us that rumors about Iraq's currency have circulated before and fizzled out. That's true, but this time the evidence isn't just chatter. It's visible reforms, policy shifts, and confirmed global partnerships all pointing in one direction. Whether it's tomorrow or months from now, the dinar's trajectory appears stronger than ever. Beyond economics, there's a human story here. Millions of Iraqis have endured decades of instability, underpaid labor, and devalued savings. A fair and stable currency would mean hope, real, measurable hope, for families, students, and business owners. It could reverse years of hardship and fuel a cycle of growth and optimism. Still, caution matters. Anyone holding dinar outside Iraq should avoid unofficial exchanges or too-good-to-be-true offers. When real changes occur, they'll happen through official banking channels only. Stay alert, stay informed, and keep your documentation and currency safe. Preparation and patience, not panic, will define who benefits most when these shifts happen. And if Iraq succeeds in stabilizing its currency at near parity, it could inspire a global move toward fairer asset-backed systems. It might challenge long-standing financial norms built on debt and speculation, replacing them with value grounded in production and resources. That kind of change won't happen overnight, but Iraq could be the spark that starts it. As we wrap up, the message is simple: the global financial order is evolving, and Iraq seems ready to stand as an equal participant. Whether or not Trump's hidden directive turns out to be an official document, the actions unfolding right now speak louder than words. They show deliberate cooperation between Baghdad and major Western financial institutions with one shared goal: stability, transparency, and prosperity through strength. So where do things stand? Right now, it's about patience, verification, and awareness. Every signal points toward progress, but we wait for official confirmation. When, not if, this revaluation becomes reality, it could go down as one of the most significant financial moments of the 21st century. And that's it for today's extended report. 5% parity confirmed? The truth about Trump's hidden Iraq currency directive. If you found this update valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Dinarr Daily, and hit that bell icon.